Alright, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I'm back here. Well, I actually got an update. Well, I was talking to Dad last night about the night hike and about Josh, Willie, and Micah going with us, and Dad said, I don't think I ever told you this, which he didn't, but he sat there and he was like, I actually got to tell you something, and it's actually about hiking. I went, okay, what's that? He said, I actually found a hiking trail near or at Gatewood. I went, really? He went, yeah, and at some point, me and you are going to go to it, and yeah, we'll hike that trail. And I said, oh, okay, sounds fun. Hannah is still sleeping, so I'm going on my hike, because I have a feeling she might phone around like 5, 6, or maybe even 7 or 8 o'clock, depending. So I'm just going to go on my hike while no one's on the phone with me, like anybody. My birthday's coming up soon, so that's pretty good. I'm turning 22, the big 2-2. Yep. And if you turn that around, it's still 22. Because some people, like let's say someone's turning 31. If you flip that around, that's 13. So yeah. But not for me, man. The same double digits. I wish and I hope in my lifetime I'll make it to 3 double digits. Triple digits, like the double digits, but triple. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm heading up this way. Well, one thing that I wanted to talk about as well is and when I do go on that trail near or at Gatewood, depending on where this trail is that he's talking about, I'm going to record it, because I've never been on that trail before. Like, for Fayetteville Loop, like, I would sit there and I filmed it for the very first time, doing the whole entire loop, and it was like a 20-minute video. I remember doing that on my YouTube channel. That was a really cool video because it was really nice nature sounds, and we talked about cool stuff, and it was a really good video. So, yeah, but anyway, and I'll probably more or less do the same thing when it comes to the Gatewood Trail video. I'll probably call this video Gatewood Trail. I'm going to talk about other stuff in this video, but that was the main topic for this video. So anyway, but in any other trail that me and my dad walk on, I'm going to film it. And some of them maybe not like so much, but yeah. Anyway, but hopefully some more trail videos will come out once the warm weather starts being consistent and stuff like that. See a baby squirrel over there. It was crawling across that log over there. Pretty cool. It's fun to see animals in nature. I really like it. Everybody makes the joke on movies about watching Animal Planet, but in reality, it really is like cool to see them in action, you know what I mean? When they are being animals and doing what animals do. And doing what they do. So, anyway, I really enjoyed talking to my dad about hiking trails. Plus, there is a trail that's actually under our bridge. So there's a bridge in Fayetteville. Oh, it's a butterfly. Oh, I was gonna record it, but there's a baby butterfly too. So there's a bridge in Fayetteville, West Virginia, and it's pretty cool because, well, there's a trail that you can go on and it's under the bridge. However, there's like a fork, like a cutoff on the trail, and there's another trail that is connected to that trail that you go on under our bridge, the New River Gorge Bridge. That's what our bridge is called, the New River Gorge Bridge. And, well, there's like a fork in it, because me and Dad, a couple years ago, we sat there, and it felt like we traveled a lot more back then than we do now, which we need to get back into that traveling mood, because I really like traveling. I think Dad and Mom do too. Plus their health hasn't been the best, so that's why we don't do it as much, especially with the hikes. But since he's feeling a little bit better, and so is Mom, I hope, because she gets chest pain, and I pray for her every night and stuff, because I hope she gets better, because it's not good having that pain in your chest. God forbid. But anyway, so basically, let me scooch around you here, branches. But basically, I really want to go on that hike, on that trail, because I think that would be a really fun trail to do, because, well, first of all, we've never been on it, and second of all, I feel like there's going to be something that we've never seen before, like, I don't know, something cool. So I'm looking forward to that hike whenever we do it. We've been saying it for years, because we put it off for years and go, oh yeah, we'll go on that hike someday. And we still haven't yet, even though it was said 5, 6, 7 years ago. So it's definitely not 8 years ago. So anyway, so basically we're gonna go on that trail too, and like I said in one video, I said there's a bunch of trails we're gonna go on, and we're gonna see where the trails take us and stuff. And I was talking to this guy one time, I don't remember his name, but he was a hiker like me and Dad, and he said, I got so bored of hiking the trails in my state. I think he either lived in Washington or Ohio. He was just a random hiker. He told his name to us, but it's been so long I forgot it. But he said, I actually, let's say it is Washington. And he said, I got so tired of hiking in my state, so that's why I traveled by myself to West Virginia. I loaded up because he had like a little Jeep, he told us about it. These are the things I do remember from that conversation, but he was like, I had this Jeep and I packed all my stuff in it. He said he had like a black Jeep, and he said, yeah, and I packed all my stuff and got my gear ready for hiking, and he had a green backpack with a long, clear straw. And that's what Willie's dad has, or at least he used to have. And that's what we had, or at least that's what we used to have. I don't remember if either one of us still have it, but yeah, no, we had it. And yeah, so anyway, so it was like, and I've just been hiking today. That's what I've been doing. I've been taking in West Virginia. I've been to West Virginia a couple times because of family and stuff. That's what he told us. He said, but, yeah, but I never actually hiked on a trail in West Virginia. And then he was talking about, he actually hiked in Ohio too. That's what I just remembered. Yeah, he hiked in Ohio. And, he was just telling me and Dad that, yeah. And he actually told us, he sat there and he was like, do you get any other hikers on these trails or on this trail that we're walking on right now? And I sat there and I was like, yeah, sometimes there'll be some girls, sometimes there'll be some guys, and sometimes there'll be couples that will hike on these trails and stuff. He said, well, how many girls go hiking? And I said, just like guys. I mean, it varies, really. It just really depends on the day and the time and where we're at. He said, yeah, I figured. I just wanted to know if anyone was hiking too, like the many people hike on these trails too. And I said, yeah, we'll get people walking with their dogs and stuff like that. And they'll have like one, maybe two dogs with them when they're hiking on the trail. And he sat there and he said, so, you're allowed to have dogs on the trail? I said, oh yeah, all the time, oh yeah. Because some places won't let you walk your dogs on the trail, which I've actually been on one of the trails that actually had that, no pets on the grass and all that stuff. So, sat there and he was like, so, let me also ask you this question. He was like, have you been to many trails that you can freely and just roam around and walk your dog, wherever you wanted to? I said, pretty much most places, yeah, but some places, they have a policy about that. He said, okay. He said, all right. He said, okay, well, I'll catch you guys later. He was just random hiker. He was hiking. And it was, I believe around this time, around springtime. And he was just some hiker. And then at one point, we met up with this blonde woman, and she had a white lab on, and it was a pretty dog. Like, we liked it, and Dad liked it. Dad's always been a dog person, and I've always been a dog person. So have I. I've always been a dog person. But yeah, and a cat person for me. Not sure about Dad. Mom is a dog person, and my friends are dog people. So yeah. Anyway, but yeah. So we met up with this blonde woman, and she was saying that she's got 3 dogs at home usually, but she took this white lab on a hike with her, and she sat there and she was like, sorry about the highway, it's pretty loud highway, there's a lot of 4x4s and stuff. So, sat there and was like, yeah, do you have a dog? Because she actually asked me, she was like in her 30s. I said, yeah, her name is Sweetie and she's at home. She went, oh, well, that's cool. So, how big is your dog? I said, probably the length of my arm. Well, slightly a little bit bigger, including tail. And she said, "Oh, really?" I went, "Yeah." Oh, that's a cute name. I said, "Yeah, thank you." She's blonde. She's a Pomeranian mixed with hot dog. That's what we joke around about, because she's elongated and she's really long. Like, her body type is long. And this woman sat there and she was like, "So, do you take her on these trails too?" I said, depending on what day and what time of the day it is. Yeah, I take her sometimes. Sometimes being the key word here, sometimes. Well, Easter yesterday, we took her on a hike. And we had to carry her the majority of the way because the woods has changed so much. I would go that way, but it's barbed wire fence, so I might head this way. But basically speaking here, in basic speaking terms, by the way, I'm here. But basically, I might actually make a part 2, and I'll continue this story. So this will be part 1 of the Gatewood Trail video. So this is part 1. Creep out.